Well, yes, it was just a normal trip to an auction house, saw these diaries in a shoebox tucked away on a shelf, picked one up and started reading and saw the illustrations and all the copper plates writing. I thought, well, this is quite interesting. Read one page, read another page, and there was about another 20 odd volumes, so I thought, well, I can't read them all today. Went back the following day and bought them for about £300, which at the time I didn't know if it was a good price or not, but just decided to buy them anyway. We took them home, kept them for a couple of years, then we took them to the Antiques Roadshow last year at Alnwick, where I live. Managed to get on the TV. They thought they were quite special. That was aired last September, and then it was picked up by Curtis Brown agency, Gordon Wise. He emailed me the next day after it was aired on a Sunday, and I didn't know, thought it was a scam at first, and then all the BBC started sending all these letters through. Went down to see Gordon, and then HarperCollins picks up the diaries, and they're being published in September, so it's been quite a whirlwind of a year for someone who knows nothing about books or the literary world or anything else, really. Thomas Cairns Livingstone was born in Glasgow in the 1880s. He started writing his diaries in 1913, just before the war broke out, and carried on to about 1933, so it's about 20 years worth of diaries. Never missed a day, illustrated them throughout with little crayon pencil drawings of what was happening in the war, home life. It was just a mix of the war, what they were doing at home, his work, what his friends were doing, but he just did it every day, and it just really engaging another insight of what was happening other than the war and what was happening in the trenches. In my working career, I've always been like an information analyst, so there's always been research elements. So I think that's why I like the antiques trade and fine art, because you have to do the research to what you're buying, so you're not going to lose money on something you buy. But ever since got the diaries, we've been doing all the family history, the families involved. We've gone back 200 years and found relatives in Australia and New Zealand, but got his family involved as well, but his distant relatives, and got their family trees updated as well. So it's been a benefit to them as well as us, and we've just adopted Thomas as part of our family now, and it's become the third member of the family.
Sean is asking, what are your main memories of Uncle Tom?
Uncle Tom. His sense of humour. Mm-hmm. His Irish sense of humour. Mm-hmm. And the way he told stories. He was a very kind man. Mm-hmm. And he came to see us quite frequently until Mother insulted him. And then, of course,
that was another relationship broken off.
That was another thing. However, his son used to come, Tommy came to the festival every year. Mm. And when he was at the festival, he always came to see us.
Uncle Tom had something to do with a linen company,
yes,
you said.
He left school when he was 16. Mm. And he got this job in this office in this linen firm, and he was there till he died. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever knew the name of the firm.
Right.
Patterson,
but I know that they made linen.
Patterson and Baxter.
It was called Patterson and Baxter, Sean said.
Oh, that's right. I remember it now.
Right.
Patterson and Baxter.
And they were linen brokers.
Yeah, sailcloth and linen. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was in Ingram Street, Glasgow.
Well, he was there all his working life.
I think this is probably a one-off. I must admit, I do look for other diaries or other things like that, but I don't think I'll ever match something as good as this. Well, I didn't know that at the time, but obviously I kind of beginning to realise what we've got now. But I think it's a one-in-a-lifetime kind of chance.